background music. I just realized my mic was muted. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Ha! Raid. Rokas, welcome. Thank you for being first. Crusader, thank you for the raid. Let me give you a shout out. You get some hand typing, too. Scuffed, welcome. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the attendance. Mecca, welcome in. Crusader, I enjoyed your stream very much, although your lack of using stim packs was driving me nuts. Oh, wrong one. Hello! Use your stim packs, Crusader, Jesus. Hi, Kuro! Hello, my dear. Hello, Matsu. Welcome in. You were stingy with the stims. Well, you can craft them, you know, when you, like, get stuff. Clarissa, welcome in. Firefly, welcome in. I'm excited for the books, too. I have no idea what they are. I really don't. Rokas, thank you for the resub. Thank you. Happy fingers. Yay. Don't mind my coughing. I think it's the weather, allergies. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can move my camera a bit. Get that. There we go. That might be a little better. Ooh. There we go. That's big. Okay. Are they? No, they are not all textbooks. I don't think a single one will be a textbook at all. No, no, no. So, I'm excited. There's 40 books in the box that's next to me, and I've showed it on Twitter and everything. But first, before I really do anything, I want to give a shout out to where they're from. So there's a place, if you're from New England, there is a place in Niantic, Connecticut called the Book Barn. It is phenomenal. So I used to go there all the time. Here's their website if you want to check it out. And if you're in that area, please check them out. They're amazing. They used to have 4 locations within a mile of each other. Like Book Barn 1, 2, 3, whatever. But then they closed one because they bought out an entire building. So now they have 1, 2, and 3. And they have over 500,000 books. All of them are used. They sell DVDs, CDs, things like that too. Yeah, it is an amazing place. I used to go there all the time. And the books are inside, outside. There's multiple buildings on the main property, a barn. There's like sheds, there's like tent kind of things. I don't know why my mouth is not tracking so well today. It is what it is. Every kind of book you can imagine. If they have books in kind of a welcome in. They have books in foreign languages. They have books about learning foreign languages. They have, you know, pretty much everything you could want. It's almost like if it doesn't exist, if it's not there, it doesn't exist. Like that's how many they have. Why am I freezing? Yes, if you're ever up there, it is well worth a trip and set aside a day for it. So they oh my god, please stop I'm so excited that I'm lagging. They each of the buildings and locations have different books, so you have to kind of go to all of them or certain ones depending on what you want to read. Let me get rid of my keyboard. I don't need that today. So you don't like it depends on where you go, and they've changed it since I've been there because it's been so long. So I'm not sure which is where. They have audiobooks, all those things. Oh, also they have tons of cats on the property. I can't forget the cats. You can snuggle the cats. They even have a cat guide that you can like, it's a little pamphlet that tells all the cats. I remember one time I was there and I was leaning over trying like looking at books on the bottom one of the shelves and stuff, and a cat jumped on me from like the top of the bookcase and jumped on my back and then just curled up and laid there, and I was like, what do I do? Like, what is happening here? And some of the cats are very friendly, others are not so friendly, and it says like do not touch. They're so wonderful. So they posted on their Facebook that they were doing a special sale to kind of sell down on their sci-fi books because they had a ton and they weren't moving as fast. Happy hands, yay, happy hands. They had a ton. So they decided to do a special like grab bag deal, and there's 20 mass market books for $10. I was like, holy shit, because their books range in price from like $1 up to like 10, 20, depending. But most books are $1 or 4 or 5, like most. So mass markets are almost always $1. Trade paperbacks are like 3 or 4, and hardcovers are like 4 or 5. That's generally their pricing. Oh, and they do buy books, by the way. I've sold many books to them that I didn't need anymore or couldn't have. So I was like, that's awesome. So I contacted them and I was like, hey, I'd love a bag. Can you ship it out to where I am? And they said, no, we don't do shipping. And I was like, I was very, hold on. No, wrong face. I was so sad. But I contacted my aunt and uncle and were like, hey, I know my uncle likes going to the book barn. Can you go get some for me? And they were like, yeah, how many bags do you want? And I said, oh, just one. Well, they sent me 2. Because my birthday is next week, and I opened the package and these little happy birthday things came flying out everywhere. Little see happy birthday. Yes, thank you. I painted last night, actually, while we were talking, Laura. So I have a ton of these all over my carpet now with little like spinny things. I love it. So I just opened the box. They're still in the bags, so I'm not going to show the bags. I'm just going to rip them open, and we're going to go through all books and see what we have. And if any of you have read any of them, please feel free to like chime in. Yeah, I'll pick them up. It's not a problem. If any of you have read any of the books, feel free to chime in. I'd love to know. And I'm going to try, obviously I'm going to read all of them at some point. So here we go. First book, I'm not looking in the box. And obviously the books are not necessarily brand new, like condition. They're going to be, some are going to be like really poor condition, but I don't care. It's 40 books for $20. Okay, so the first book is book 4 in the saga of Commodore John Grimes. Oh, the glare. No. It is Into the Alternate Universe and Contraband from Other Space by A. Bertram Chandler. It has a dude in a... For once, there's a dude in a, like, not outfit. In, like, very unprotective clothing. It's a miracle. He's wearing, like, a bikini bottom, and he's got arrows, and there's lasers shooting at him. This is great. Commodore John Grimes of the Rimworld's Naval Reserve is the practical, hard-headed hero of galactic battles, not the sort of man you'd expect to find chasing after ghosts. But when Commander Sonia Verrill proposes a ghost hunting expedition on the Galactic Rim, Grimes steps into the alternate universe. Because rim ghosts are real, intruders from alternate universes, they appear where the fabric of space grows thin. For some, they are a chance to regain lost loves, lost hopes, lost chances, but for Sonia and Grimes, they are contraband from other space. A deadly cargo that threatens to shear through the fabric of our own reality like a knife through soft butter. It does. It's not a series I've heard of either, neither. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. I don't know if I have to read it in order, but I mean, I don't care. It sounds pretty good. All right, so that's book number 1 down. Book number 2. This is a small one. Ooh, it's another one. A. Bertram Chandler, The Far Traveler. Okay. Oh, Commodore Grimes again. Is this like the first one? I like the old book. This was actually in pretty decent condition. Pages are yellowed, but that's to be expected. From 1979. Oh, let's talk about dates. So the first one I read is from 1964. Oh, nice. So this one, The Far Traveler, was hardly the sort of starship to use in the study of lost space colonies. Lost colonies were likely to be desperate, eccentric, and otherwise unappreciative, and The Far Traveler was a rich woman's toy, constructed of gold, and directed by an omniscient, dictatorial, and feminine computer known as Big Sister. John Grimes had become the Golden Vessel's captain, a captain in name only because nobody could talk back to Big Sister or the haughty beauty who owned everything aboard. But Grimes was a man of many resources, and lost space colonies were places that did not observe the civilized rules. You could be sure, therefore, that the man known as Commodore Hornblower of outer space would be likely to come through okay, even if the ladies, mechanical and physical, never expected him to. Sounds like a dick. I love it. Let's see, does it? Yes, it does have the old book smell. It smells very nice. I should be sniffing the books as I go. Hold on. First one's not as old smelling, but it does have a nice smell. This one is definitely has a smell like the mustier book smell. Okay, book 3. Let's see. A Hero Born. I wish the stickers were off, but that's okay. Michael Stackpole. I've heard of this author before. I don't know which ones. This book is from... Hello, DJ Biggie Cheese. Oh, yeah, I know. He's written from the Star Wars X-Wing series. That's how I know. This looks like it's a standalone, maybe. This is from 1997, so fairly new. Let's see. It has a older book smell. Okay, so, through the wall, an apprenticed swordsman, Locke has ridden the narrow trail to the city of the sorcerers to see with his own eyes the ward walls that hold back the realm of chaos. It is Locke's dream to become a chaos rider and seek his destiny beyond the wall. It is Locke's hope that somewhere in the wilderness, where time and change rage out of control, his lost father still survives. But more than just survival is at stake. For on the other side of the wall awaits a darkness beyond all ken, an evil incohate that will test the steel of one young hero, and, indeed, all of that bold and foolish race called humankind. This is the first in a series, Realms of Chaos first book, so that's good. There was the illegal other space substance. Oh, he does tell a good yarn. Excellent. So you've heard of him. Mecca, what books of his have you read? I don't think I've ever read any of his books. Oh, there's some boxing on this one. So if you don't know, like, old books, boxing is this kind of like, can you see it well? Yeah. Is this kind of like brown spotting on the edges. In terms of like collectability and resale value of rare books, it's not good to have. The less foxing, the better. And I almost wanted to get like an antiquarian book degree. So, little fun fact about Sophia. I've read his BattleTech novels actually, and at least one of... Oh, good. Okay, excellent. Like I said, I know the name. Okay. Book 4. See what's in here. Oh, if they ever do with this with fantasy books, I'm totally down. Oh, Alan Dean Foster. Great author. I like his books. Cyberway. But he's fun. That's fine. I'm looking for some fun. That musty old smell. Good. Yeah, who doesn't know Foster? I mean, if you've read sci-fi. Someday, science will abolish magic, but not murder. Computers will catch the killers, but not this time. One cop will unearth the truth, but it's not human. Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, Firefly, you need to read Alan Dean Foster. Phenomenal. Inside Homicide or Cosmic Catastrophe. Detective Vernon Moody is a modern cop who likes to catch killers the modern way, with computer webs, databases, and common sense. So he's not happy when his latest case revolves around the supposedly mystical properties of a lost Navajo sand painting, or when the painting leads him to suspect an alien presence in his modern world. Now Moody's getting scared, and what started out as a routine murder investigation may uncover the very nature of reality or destroy it forever. Let's see. This is from 1990. Okay. More fantasy than sci-fi. If they ever do a fantasy one, I'm totally getting those, but they just had sci-fi. All right, so that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. No foxing on that one. Quite yellowed, but that's okay. Okay, book. We're still... Oh, wait, I'm pulling from both bags because the bag's ripped in the box. Okay, this one. Next book. Sean Williams with Shane Dix. D-I-X. D-I-X, Crusader. Sci-fi needs to hit right for me to be good. Yeah, I love space operas. Like, that is my thing. Matsu. Come on. Geodesica? Descent. Oh, okay. Apparently there's an Ascent one. Rebellion comes at a price. The system of Bedlam has been devoured by a surge of nanotech. Believing that an artificial intelligence from Sol, the Archon, was behind the destruction, 3 unlikely allies began plotting their revenge. Human rebel Malila Awad has fled deeper into the ancient labyrinth of Geodesica than anyone has ever dared, searching for its secrets. Isaac forged DeAngelis, former exarch of Bedlam and guardian of Geodesica, will betray everything he believes in to see the Archon defeated, and pilot Palmer Horsefall, inhabited by another rogue exarch, will risk her not-so-human life to avenge her sister's death. 3 Davids against 1 Goliath, and whoever controls Geodesica controls the universe. This is why it is, I think, important to study or at least be familiar with the Bible as literature because of the allusions and references to things like David and Goliath. If you don't know what it is, then how you don't understand that it's 3 smaller, lesser things against 1 giant thing that everyone always expects to win. Let's see. This was published in 2006. Okay, so it's a newer one. Has a kind of like a musty smell, but I wouldn't categorize it as like old book smell. Okay. Next one. If my favorite sci-fi book pops out of here, I'm going to be thrilled. Dave Duncan. Upland Outlaws, Part 2 of A Handful of Men. Some interesting artwork. It's a nice physical, like, it pops up. Oh, there's a face in the wall. In the brick. Ugh. Musty smell. Okay, good. First paperback publication. Come the Millennium. Something by him? I don't think I've heard the name. No. I don't think I have anyway. This was published in 1993. He's in my walls. The power-mad dwarf sorcerer Zinixo had driven Shandar V V from his throne. He had shattered the ancient protocol that kept tenuous peace among Pandemia's warlocks, and his conquest had only begun. Somehow the deposed emperor had escaped his clutches so far, but Shandy would soon be found. Then the empire would be Shinixo's alone. Outlying countries would fall beneath his fist, and at long last he could wreak fabulous revenge upon Rap of Krasnegar. Yeah. For Zinixo wielded the greatest magic ever imagined, an army of slave sorcerers bound to serve his every whim to the death. No one could stop him. Shandy had scarcely an ally in the world. Rep's magical powers were a shadow of their former strength, and there was hardly a free sorcerer to be found in all of Pandemia. Where could any resistance effort find even a handful of men? This one seems more fantasy. I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with fantasy. Why is my model frozen? Okay, it's got the old book smell. It's from 1993. Okay, we've got a few from 93 here. Okay. The Far Kingdoms, A Mythic Tale by Alan Cole and Chris Bunch. There's some creepy looking guys there. Oh, and it's a pop-up kind of thing too. Oh, I just realized I'm supposed to have my pretzel music on. Hold on. I was gonna have pretzel music on in the background. Here, let's play this, some lo-fi. Let me know if it's too loud. There. Blurred lines. Like, nice. There we go. Okay. Tell me if the background music's too loud. The Far Kingdoms, a place of bright sunlight and magic, where wine and song were always sweet, every purse was fat with gold, and every heart at ease. The Far Kingdoms, said to lie in the distant east, across the straits of the narrow sea, beyond the benighted Pepper Coast. in uncharted territory. The far kingdoms, a place no one could reach even if it were real. But surely it wasn't. Young, pampered Almeric and Taro cared only for real places and possible dreams. But then he met Janos Greycloak, a dashing soldier who dabbled in forbidden magic and who carried on him proof of riches and mysteries beyond imagination. And suddenly Almeric found himself setting out on an adventure of a lifetime, a daring and perilous quest through unknown lands peopled by nightmares, to seek the ultimate in fables, the far kingdoms. Sounds good. Interesting. Why am I frozen? I don't know why I'm frozen. I'm just frozen. It is what it is. This was published in 1993. Okay. Let me try shutting down VC Face and see if I can get it back up again. Hold on. Gumi's gonna have to go away because I'm not gonna reposition Gumi. No. Still no movement. I don't know why I'm frozen. Oh, because my internet went down. That sucks. Let's fix that. Hey, there I am. The book was too strong. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Let me reset myself a little bit. Okay. That was fantasy too. You know what? This is fine. Okay. Next book. Ooh, The Marrow Tree. Novel by Kate Waitman. Ooh, that's kind of a cool design on the cover. This is from a library. It was a library book that was discarded. It's from 1997. In the far reaches of our galaxy, the artist will face the ultimate censorship. Mick of Visania, the galaxy's greatest performance master, commands stages on all the myriad worlds. His sublime, ethereal performances are unforgettable, drawing on the most treasured traditions of every culture, every people through inhabited space. His crowning achievement and his obsession, the Samalite song dance, an art form that transcends both song and movement to become something greater and more spectacular, almost divine. When tragic events cause performance of the song dance to be proscribed, Mick is devastated until his strong sense of justice forces him to defy the ban. His trial will be the most sensational in recent history of the galaxy. The sentence he faces is death. Judge every book by its cover. No, but also I sometimes do. Now the greatest performance master must hope to become the greatest escape artist. Somehow Mick must break the stranglehold of censorship and change the law, or die trying. That's terrifying. I've done it all my life and never been wrong. I have been a few times. Okay, Charles Sheffield. I kind of want that one to be about a woman instead, too. Not gonna lie, I thought it would be. Kind of disappointed it's not. I might read it, just replace the pronouns, I'm not sure. Between the Strokes of Night. This is from 1985. Oh, the year I was born. The back just has reviews on it. Ah! Black Raid, welcome in! Can I have one of my mods shout out Black Raid? Because my keyboard's off to the side. Welcome, everybody! Hello! Welcome, welcome. If you are first time here, that's for anyone. Hello, my name is Sophia Ignosi. I am a teacher, currently we are opening a box. Thank you, Anzi. We are opening a box of 40 unknown to me paperbacks from a website called from a bookstore, a used bookstore called the Book Barn in Niantic, Connecticut. So hello, yes, welcome. I do reading streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays generally to help you fall asleep. And Sundays and Mondays are typically gaming streams. So welcome in. Feel free to hit the follow button if you've never been here to get alerts when class goes live. So we are on our 9th. We're on our 9th book of 40. So this one, yeah, 1985. What does it say? Okay, 2010 AD. That's 2023. Let's see how accurate it is. This one is sci-fi. After the nuclear spasm... Oh, that's a little loud on my side, too. After the nuclear spasm, Homo sapiens was extinct, save for a tiny remnant scattered in small primitive space colonies. At first, solar humanity had only one goal, survival. But when the battle for existence was won, humankind began moving outward in slow, multi-generation spaceships, and as the millennia passed, planet-based civilizations emerged in many star systems. Oh, okay. 27,698 AD. To these new worlds come the immortals, beings with strange ties to ancient Earth, beings who seem to live forever, who can travel light years in days, and who use their strange powers to control the existence of ordinary mortals. On the planet Pentecost, a small group sets out to find and challenge the immortals. But in the search, they themselves are changed. As immortals, they discover a new threat, not just to themselves, but to the galaxy itself. Ooh. Thank you for whatever that was, Rokas. Okay, let's see. And for banning, who I assume was, a bot, or spammer. What's this one? Ooh, Margaret Weiss. Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman. They're phenomenal. They wrote the Dragonlance series, right? They were two of the authors that did the Dragonlance series, I believe. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. So, yep. I was gonna say, I read the Dragons of Autumn Twilight? Is that it? Years ago. Oh my god, it's so long ago, it's ridiculous. Let's see, Rose of the Prophet. This is book 2 in the Paladin of the Night, volume 2. Let's see, this was published in... oh, that was my neck. This was published in 1989. Oh, it's got a map. I love books that have maps. Please. You publish a... Ooh, art. Oh. Hey, it's a dude hanging upside down and not a woman being trapped. I love it. It's usually women stuck in those kind of positions, so that's thrilling to me. Since time began, 20 gods have ruled all the universe. Though each god possessed different abilities, each was all-powerful within his realm. Now, one of the gods has upset the balance of power, leaving the others scrambling for control in the new order. The Great War of the Gods means nothing to the proud people on the mortal plane, until Akron, the Wandering God, decrees the union of two mighty feuding clans. Though the families are fierce warriors, they are few in number. Even the marriage of Cardan and Zora is not enough to overpower the strength of the invading army or prevent the imprisonment of their peoples. Now, with Cardan and Zora mysteriously missing, seeming cowards who hid from certain defeat, the two clans have lost all hope of ever again seeing their beloved open skies. But Prince Cardan and Princess Zora, aided by the wizard Matthew... Really? You got a plain name like that? Have been given another mission. A mission that at first seems less useful than counting the many grains of the desert sands, but soon proves to be of far more lasting importance. This is book 2 in a trilogy. Ooh, Demon Drums by Carol Severance. Anne McCaffrey blurbed it, so it's got to be good. I love Anne McCaffrey. Old book smell, musty book. Let's see. Published in 1992. It's actually okay. The art covers it, and if I try to peel it, my finger, like my nail polish, will come off. So I don't really want to do that. Let's see. Can I? No, it's not going to peel off. I've heard almost all of. Yeah, they're really good. I love the Dragon Riders of Pern series. I know there are parts that are problematic about it, but I enjoyed the first 3 especially. Wait, no, yeah. Does she? Wait, did she do the Dragon? Did she also do the Acorna series? Wait, am I getting my authors confused? Anne McCaffrey wrote the Dragon Riders of Pern. She also did Acorna, right? I loved Acorna. That was a freaking great series. I'm risking my nail polish if I try to pull the sticker off of this one. Iuti Mano was one of the most feared warriors of the Turonan War, but now, sick of the death and destruction, she had retired to an isolated island to heal her soul. As proof positive of her peaceful intentions, she had killed Mano Nuihi, the great shark, thus severing her bond with the deadly sea creatures who for generations had shared their strength and magic with her family. But she could not escape so easily. The war was spreading, along with a growing evil that absorbed the soul of everything it destroyed. And that what began as a quiet sojourn became a desperate journey as a wild magic storm churned up the seas. An evil sorceress sought to steal Iuti's power. And the demon drummers, whose magical drums beat the blood and music of their enemies, stalked the legendary warrior woman who would make the perfect mother drum. This sounds really fucking good. I think I'm gonna put this aside because I think I'm gonna... Like, is this the first? I don't... it looks like Reef Song might have been the first. In it. But I don't know if I need to necessarily read it. I like to read series in order, but I really want to read this, so I'm going to set this one off to the side over here. Sounds good. Alright, ooh, this is a thick one. Thick boy. Robert Silverberg. Valentine Pontifex. His face is covered. War or Surrender. Ooh, have you read this? Uh-oh, Matsu got excited. Oh, is he good? Nope. Oh, you've heard of him. Oh, what have you heard? Okay, this was published in 1983, so it's an older one. I just realized. What's this one published? This was 1992. Okay. The one reason I don't like going to old book selling places, sometimes they don't have the first book. It's true, sometimes they don't, which is frustrating. The book barn is so big, but they constantly, every day, they get hundreds of new books, if not thousands. So they do have... There are even days where they don't... I think there used to be days they didn't accept new books because they were just over flooded, but they have a lot of people that work there sorting the books and bringing them to the different locations. And they are alphabetical by last name as much as they can be, which is pretty cool too. So you can almost always easily find what you're looking for. Okay, so the extraordinary story continues in this magnificent volume of the best-selling Magicpoor Chronicles, begun in Lord Valentine's castle. Now dark dreams disturb Lord Valentine's sleep, a forewarning of the danger that threatens the peace of Magicpoor. The shapeshifters have set in motion a terrifying plan to regain their stolen world, their allies, the ancient gods rising from their eons-long slumber beneath the oceans of the great planet. Suddenly, Valentine faces the greatest crisis of his reign. Either he must plunge Magicpoor into a bloody nightmare of war, plague, and chaos, or surrender his life to the mercy of the vengeful shapeshifters. Okay, I have a design issue with this book. I don't know if it's faded because it's old or if it's just like this, but it is very difficult to read this. Like, that's not even the light reflecting on it. It's just that freaking hard to read. For me. Like, you can kind of see it. Like, the words, if it wasn't for the black outline on it, I would have a very difficult time reading it. So, guys, if you're designing books, please go with a font that, or not only a font, but a color that is easy to read for people. So that's my critique of this book. Apparently I'm critiquing books as well as... Okay. What's this one? Lieutenant Rick Shelley. He has training, he has skill, but does he have the courage to command? This one's from... Never heard of DMC as a publisher. Oh, it's from Ace Science Fiction. Is DMC the brand? 1998. Oh, I like the first... I should read the first sentence of each of these. I didn't think of that. I might go back. The temperature had finally fallen below 100 degrees Fahrenheit, but the humidity remained near 100%. Ugh, that sounds awful. Do you think I should go and should read the first sentence of each of these books? I feel like that would be fun too. Let's see. When Lon Nolan was cheated of his opportunity to serve in the military of planet Earth, he thought his life was ruined. But he got a second chance in the Dirigent Mercenary Corps, DMC. A second chance to learn the art and craft of war. Having survived the blood right of his first combat, he's now Lieutenant Lon Nolan. He's got the rank, and he's about to learn about responsibilities that go with it. For to win in battle, sometimes it's necessary to give the devil his due, no matter what the cost. Let's see. Demon Drums. The first sentence was, Yuji squatted motionless near the edge of the reef flap. Too exciting, but still sounds good. I don't know why it reminds me of Island of the Blue Dolphin. Ooh, another tiny one. 7 Citadels by Geraldine Harris, Part 1. Yay! A first in a series! So this is definitely going off to the side. Prince of the Godborn. Older style. Kind of cover. I'm gonna guess like 80s, I want to say. Maybe 70s. Let's see. Oh no! It's missing a page. God damn it. Is that the... No! It's missing the copyright page! No! It does have, like, a thing, but it's missing several first pages. Can somebody look up and see the ISBN number for me? It is 044... Actually, I can... let me see. I can try it. Okay. 044 0 9 5 4 0 7 X. I think the X is 70s actually. Nope, 1987. Okay, this was first published in 1987. Okay. I rarely see books with that. Okay. Foreign armies and royal feuds threaten the Empire of Galkus. Darkness and destruction lie ahead unless the Galkians rescue their savior, who, according to ancient myths, is trapped somewhere behind 7 locked gates. Prince Karish Lotan, the Emperor's favorite son, makes a big decision. He chooses to leave the safety of Galkus and take his half-brother Forlkin on a dangerous quest for the legendary savior. First, Karish and Forlkin must find the 7 sorcerers who guard the keys to the gates. Can Karish's godborn powers help him avoid peril and capture the golden keys? Let's see. Chapter 1. Book. The escort of Prince Karish Lotan halted at the end of the narrow alley. I actually might put this on the list to be read, like, first. A, because it's small, and B, it's the first in a series, so... Ah! My internet went down again! Damn it! My phone disconnected. Why does it keep kicking me off? well. Okay, we're back. Okay, let's see what's next. Ben Bova. Ben Bova, that's a name I know very well. Presents Father to the Man. Oh, interesting. It's got, like, the DNA strand, and it starts with, like, probably Homo erectus and goes through. Or, like, the Neanderthal and goes through. If the human race self-destructs, who will inherit the earth? Anyone else know Ben Bova? Mecca? I would hope, I assume you do? Oh, it's actually Ben Bova Presents, but it's written by John Gribben. Oh, okay. Who wrote In Search of Schrodinger's Cat. Something of his? Yeah. This was published in 1989. In a world staggering beneath a deluge of war, famine, pollution, and disastrous climatic changes, it can be worth your life to tell the truth as you see it. Richard Lee learned that the hard way. An idealistic biologist whose work in genetics has already led to cures for many lethal diseases, he thought nothing of venturing to say in a TV interview that humans and chimpanzees might be sibling species more closely related than anyone had suspected. The nearly immediate collapse of his career and murder of his fiancée drove home that the world of civilized scientific debate was a thing of the past. Now, as the planet staggers towards disaster, Richard is a recluse, living in seclusion with a former drug addict and a baby that isn't quite human. Who will inherit the earth? Richard Lee knows, and he isn't telling. Ooh. That sounds good. Okay. Next, let's see what we got. The Dragon Realm Fire Drake by Richard A. Knack. Got like a dragon with a dude riding horses and dragons, and then there's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Published in... Where's the copyright page? There it is. Published in 1989. Interesting. Questar. I feel like I have other books by Questar in my collection. I'm not sure. Okay. In the ultimate war between humans and fiery shape-shifting beings, Duke Toma, bent on utter supremacy, has unleashed every conceivable evil on the world of the Dragon Kings. Only one person will dare to challenge him, Cabe Bedlam, a mere youth cast adrift in a world where none can be trusted. Yet at his command is a formidable arsenal, a fierce warrior tradition imparted by regal, still-living forebears, the fabulous gifts of which Gwen, the ravishing lady of the Amber, and the magical horned blade, the sword that promises its bearer total mastery over the many menacing forms of man and beast. Hi, Ritzka! Welcome in! Thank you for the Hydrate Crusader, because I definitely needed it right then and there. I'm hydrating with coffee, but I do still have water. My pH water. Okay, next book. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're almost halfway through them. Dan Parkinson, The Whispers. Book 1! Yay! Book 1 in the Gates of Time. Oh, I like this. When traveling back and forth through history, one thing's certain. You've got plenty of time on your hands. That's clever. 1998. So fairly new. I feel like, oh my god. Here I am sitting here thinking 1998 was like 12 years ago. Jesus Christ, it's still long ago. I don't want to think about that. I'm not going to think about that. The way nature... let's see. It is a fateful day when Lucas Hawthorne awakes in his own home to find Edwin Limmer standing before him. Lucas first met Old Man Limmer back in 1952, only now Limmer is much younger, and the idea that someone can actually age backward in time is almost too much for Lucas and his wife Maud to handle. Welcome in, DT! But Limmer is here to turn the Hawthorns' Kansas home into a time-travel depot for the Whispers, mysterious beings from the future. The Whispers' mission to find the beginning of time. So the Hawthorns land smack dab in the middle of a drama that spans history past and future, from ancient Troy to colonial Kentucky to a Camelot of the next millennium, where a murderous tyrant thirsts for immortality. He just needs time. That sounds awesome. That's going on my TBR pile for like sometime soon. Okay. Next is The Godmother's Web by Elizabeth Ann Scarborough. That name sounds familiar. And I'm not sure why. Mecca, Matsu, does that sound familiar to either of you? Or anyone, really. I just defer to them because books. She was something. Oh, yeah. I think you're right. I think she did write something with Anne McCaffrey. I think that's why it sounds familiar. Yes. I think you're right. Oh, Anne McCaffrey blurbed it. I should have looked at the whole cover. Oh, she won the Nebula Award for the Healer's War. This looks interesting. Looks like this is the third in a series. Yep, books with Anne McCaffrey. Powers That Be, Power Lines, Power Play. Oh God. Tapping on the book ASMR? Oh, I should do that. And for DT. Ara ara. Let's see, this one was published in 1998. Oh, I like this. Dedicated with respect to the Hopi and Navajo nations and the other First Peoples of the Southwest. Oh, this sounds good. Can you hear the book tapping? I don't know if you can hear the tapping as I'm talking. There we go. Talking lightly. See, if I had an ASMR mic, the 3DO, you'd be able to hear it very well. You'd be able to do this and have it go, but it's only 53% funded. I tease. Let's see. It was Cindy Ellis's habit to help out whenever she could, sometimes even to her own detriment, so there was nothing unusual in her journey to Arizona to train a horse as a favor to a friend. But along the way she met a woman with a rainbow-colored blanket folded over her arm and a spindle in her hand, who would take Cindy on the ride of her life. Together they will visit a world torn apart by poverty and sorrow, a world the old woman watches over closely. They will encounter the power of magic, and this godmother, spindle in hand, will spin a web of love strong enough to capture all who dare step inside. I really want to read this. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look that one up, Mecca. And thank you for the head pats. I definitely at least want, if I can, if this is like, if you have to read it in order. Let's see, the award author of the acclaimed Godmother novels featuring Felicity Fortune introduces a new godmother. Okay, so maybe I don't have to. A Native American woman, simply known as Grandma, will weave a web of unforgettable magic and change the life of one young woman forever. Okay, I think I can read this separately, so this will go. Sort of a modern fantasy novel set in the Vietnam War. Oh, that's cool. Where's my blanket? Chilly. Okay. Next one. Kristen Catherine Rush. That's a cool art design. I'm going to say early 90s. 1991. Hey, you can tell by the art style sometimes. The White Mists of Power, an epic fantasy of a bard's quest for his stolen heritage. The hounds of death had pursued the bard right to the magician's hidden citadel, and this desperate encounter between Bard Byron and the magician named Seymour would prove a time of destiny's change for both of them. For even as Seymour attempted to sell a spell to save Byron, a deeper magic rescued them from the very jaws of death. Together, Bard and Magician were forced to flee to the King's Palace, the one place where they hoped to find sanctuary from countless enemies, and along the way, Seymour learned that Byron was more than a simple bard. He was a man possessed by the white mists of power, perhaps the long-prophesied bringer of a terrifying doom to all humankind. Which one, Godmother's Web or the Firefly, or the Healer's War? Ooh, this is a big one. Gust Front. Ooh, look at that. John Ringo. Oh, come on. That's definitely a well-known author. The Godmother one? Yeah, I'm definitely going to read that one. Gust Front. Look at that. John Ringo, well-known. Yep. Forget some of the books he's written, but yeah, he's this is almost 700 pages long. Well, a lot of them has like a thing in the back. Let's see. I want to say 90s for this one, like mid 90s. No, 2001. Okay. It's kind of like a dude in a horrible like armor suit, like with a Gatling gun, and this like crocodile alien, and like these little like almost Dalek looking things flying. Okay, aliens had arrived with gifts, warnings, and an offer we couldn't refuse. Our choice was simple. We could be cannon fodder, or we could be fodder. We could send our forces to fight and die, as only humans can, against a ravening horde that was literally feeding on its interstellar conquest, or remain as we were, virtually weaponless and third in line for servicing. Amazingly, thanks to a combination of raw valor and alien tech transfer, in the first two campaigns, Terrans fought the Pauline to a standstill. The brief pause gave the survivors of the Barawan and Dias expeditionary forces a chance to get some distance from the blood and misery of battle against the Pauline centaurs. With the Pauline invasion only months away, these shell-shocked survivors might be the only people capable of saving the Earth from utter devastation. If the veterans have time to lick their wounds, because Pauline don't read schedules. Is it as part of a series, I assume? Oh, There Will Be Dragons, that one I remember. Oh, he's written with David Weber. I remember. John Ringo and David Weber write quite a bit together, I feel. I don't know if this is part of a series. It doesn't really say. I hate when they don't. Maybe A Hymn Before Battle? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Okay. Speaking Dreams, nominated for the Lambda... Oh, this is going straight into my pile. Anything nominated for a Lambda award is just straight up reading. Okay, Severna Park, Speaking Dreams. I like it. It's simplistic cover. You've got the moon. Red. Published in 1997. Nice musty book smell. In a universe trisected in war by the cruel Faraki slavers, the mythic and mysterious Ramin race, and the deteriorating Emirate Empire, Costa's function as female breeder has been rigidly defined, but her dreams have shaped her true destiny, dreams of unspoken hope, of fearsome death at Faraki hands, of flight and freedom. A runaway sold into the service of the beautiful and troubled Emirate diplomat Mira Lodire, Costa's disturbing visions are the keys to defying ruthless Faraki domination. And I keep saying, I want to say Ferengi, but it's not. And as violent interstellar confrontation looms, it is a developing love between reluctant mistress and prescient slave that may cataclysmically disturb the galactic balance as it ushers in a bold and unexpected future waiting beyond the barrier of stars and dreams. So we have differing sexualities. We have a LGBT representation. So that's always good. Add that to my growing pile. I've got 5 books in the must read, like, ASAP books. Okay, let's see what's... Oh, another thick boy. Shadow Prowler by Alexei Pemov. Blurb by E.E. Knight, so that's good. Okay. This is from 2002. Oh, no, I almost said... This is funny. I almost said I think this is from 2010. And why is my... and it technically is. It's translated in 2010. It was originally a Russian. Okay, so after centuries of calm, the Nameless One is stirring. By next spring, or perhaps sooner, the Nameless One and his forces will be at the walls of the great city of Avendoon. Unless Shadow, Harold, Master Thief, can find some way to stop them. But Harold isn't alone. An elfin princess, Marilissa, her entourage, 10 wild hearts, and the most experienced and dangerous fighters in their world, and the king's court jester all join him on his quest. These companions will form a bond of friendship and honor that must carry them over a series of frightful obstacles before they can reach their goal, Crod Spine, the mysterious palaces of bone. Only there will they find the key to undoing the ancient curse that hangs over their world and ridding the land of the Nameless One forever. Oh, reminiscent of Michael Moorcock's Elric series. Shadow Prowler is the first work to be published in English by the best-selling new generation Russian fantasy author Alexei Pemov. Okay. Good. Hello, Falcor! Welcome! Yes, 40 books. Can I get a shout out to Falcor? Falcor had... So we rated... Is it Falcor? Like the dragon? From the Neverending Story? Is that his name? I honestly hate the Neverending Story because it traumatized me as a kid. We raided into Falcor, and she has the coziest ASMR reading stream. Like, oh, I was like falling asleep in a good way. In a good way. I was like so relaxed listening to her read Treasure Island that I was like, and the discussions were so engaging and interesting. So, highly recommend. Please go follow Falcor. Happy to have you stop in. Oh, the scene with Artax. No, I refuse. I will no. Block that out. I refuse. Okay. Oh yeah, I can't. Literally traumatized me as a child. I like completely blocked it out, and my mother was like, "Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, that movie. Don't watch that again." No, gotta stop. Okay. Leonard Nimoy's Primordials. Target Earth. Steve Perry. Here we go. That's an interesting cover. Okay, this dude looks like he looks like one of the gargoyles from that show Gargoyles. It looks like, I think his name is Brooklyn. He looks kind of like Brooklyn. Okay, this was published in 1997. I'll wait. Pesky ads. I don't know why my tongue is blepping so much. What? It's like clipping out of my face. Okay. So Leonard Nimoy's Primordials. A legendary actor, director, and author Leonard Nimoy has created a grand galactic adventure saga incorporating concepts. Hi, Raven! Raven, can you give a shout out to Falcor for me, please? I appreciate it. I don't think we got the shout out for her. Oh, thank you, Anzi. I appreciate it. We just started the thing. I paused for you. I hate that my tongue is clipping. I gotta fix that. A legendary actor, director, and author Leonard Nimoy has created a grand galactic adventure saga incorporating concepts developed by sci-fi master Isaac Asimov. Now New York Times bestseller Steve Perry brings Leonard Nimoy's Primordials to life in Target Earth. I don't think Steve Perry wrote it, but apparently maybe he did write the book one? I guess? I mean, at least this one's not him, but I didn't know he wrote a book either. Or at least books. Oh, true, like a ghostwriter sort of thing. I hate that my tongue is clipping. Oh my god. 65 million BC. Alien visitors rescue several species of the doomed Jurassic Age. Brought to new worlds, dinosaurs evolve into beings far older, wiser, and deadlier than anything we can imagine. Now, a starship carrying a lone passenger named Xerus, the Avatar, AVI, like avian, tar, Taur, so like flying dinosaur, enters the solar system, and whether Xerus is ambassador or invader, explorer or destroyer, fugitive or conqueror, mankind will never be the same, for Earth's lost descendants are coming home. That reminds me of I think it was in Voyager. No, was it Voyager or Next Generation? I think it was Voyager. There's an episode where there are aliens they encounter. It was Voyager? Okay. There are aliens that were encountered that were actually descendants of dinosaurs from Earth who made it to the Delta Quadrant. And that was an interesting episode. I found it absolutely fascinating. Yeah. Now I want to rewatch that one. Okay, here we go. I think we're halfway through. Okay. Yeah, the Voth. That was a really interesting one. Okay. Josepha Sherman, Son of Darkness. Ooh, that's an interesting... What the... It looks like urban fantasy. They've got their business suits on. A flaming sword. Or a sword. And like a lion... Harpy. Not harpy, but like a lion woman. Oh, they do... They show up at Star Trek Online. When was Primordials written? That was in 1997. Okay, this one is 1998. Like, half these books are from 1998, I've noticed. In the city that never sleeps, darkness isn't always evil. As a curator at the American Museum of Art in New York City, Denise Sheridan protects the world's most precious artifacts. But her love of history has failed to prepare her for a demon unleashed by fanatics and intent on her death. No one will believe her except one man who may be as dangerous as the demon itself. From a luxurious penthouse high above the city, behind dark glasses that conceal his eyes, Ilarion Highborn wields a dangerous, powerful magic, suave and handsome, because of course. He is a renegade who has fled the terrifying dimension he was born to rule. But something has followed Ilarion to his uneasy sanctuary, something deadly, vengeful, and unstoppable. It does sound like an episode of Angel or Tar. It really does. Now the Son of Darkness must come to the aid of his adopted world, for only in saving Denise Sheridan can he hope to save himself. Interesting. I'm gonna have to start putting these on the floor so I'm running out of room. Ooh, what did I knock over? I don't know. Okay. The Omega Cage. Steve Perry. Hey, another Steve Perry. And Michael Reeves. Okay, both of their clothes are ripped. So we have equal opportunity ripped clothing. That's always good. The Omega Cage. There's some sort of... It's some sort of mech with the guy piloting it inside. This one is from 1988. I was gonna say, I feel like this yellowy cover, it's hard to see on screen, but I feel like this kind of yellowy side of the pages was common in the late 80s. Escape into hell. The Omega Cage, a high-tech prison on an isolated planet, dumping ground for the scum of the galaxy and special enemies of the brutal Confed. They said escape was impossible. If Warden Stark and his merciless hunting machines didn't get you, the bone-littered desert and deadly swamps would claim anyone unlucky enough to survive. Now Dane Marrow, sentenced to the Omega Cage for a crime he didn't commit, is about to attempt the impossible. Part 1. The vilest deeds like poison weeds bloom well in prison air. It is only what is good in man that wastes and withers there. Pale anguish keeps the heavy gate, and the warder is despair. You know something's gonna be good when they quote Oscar Wilde. I mean, come on. Stone walls do not a prison make, nor iron bars a cage. Richard Lovelace. Okay. Alright. Kinda wanna... Okay, I'm gonna put this to the side, too. Put you over here. That might be interesting. Okay, that's another small one. Ooh, ooh. Edward E. Doc Smith, The Galaxy Primes. It's a... I don't really understand what is going on in this cover. It looks like a dude, like chest, arms, maybe legs, some head sort of thing. Ooh, do you know this one? Ooh. I take it he's good? I'm gonna say this is from the 70s. 60s, 1965, okay. Who wrote the... Oh, yes, okay, the Lensman books. Okay, is this one of them? I don't think so. Okay, the Pleiades was Earth's first starship, and could travel instantaneously to literally anywhere in the universe. But there was absolutely no way of predicting just where in all the infinities of space it would reappear after winking out of the solar system, and no way of knowing how to return. Oh. Doc E.E. Smith? Edward E. Doc Smith, The Galaxy Primes. Yes? Oh my... Okay, this is going in the immediate read pile. The book is... I gotta clean it, because it's feeling grimy and... on my hands. Matsu's excited too. Okay. The crew of the Pleiades consisted of 2 men and 2 women, each a psionic prime with mind powers unequaled in Earth's history. The tale of how they pitted these powers against an entire universe is a novel that could only have been written by the master adventure science fiction, Edward E. Doc Smith. All right, adding that to the pile. Hey. I've got 2 people happy, so. Arthur C. Clarke. Another classic. Another classic. Imperial Earth. Oh, he's good? Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna add that to the top, then. I'm getting some kind of meh stuff, but also some really good stuff. Imperial Earth. I think this one's late 60s, early 70s. Oh, hey! It opens like that. I didn't realize it was a cover like that. Let's see. This one is from, wow, 1976. 2276. Welcome to Earth for America's quincentennial. The time of troubles is over. War and poverty are dead, and Duncan Mackenzie, benign ruler of the distant world of Titan, has returned to the planet of his forefathers to solve a mystery and create a son, a clone, an exact replica of himself. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Imperial Earth. Is this part of a series? His best book ever? Oh, no. So, unfortunately, it's not a program. If it was, I'd be thrilled. The Book Barn in Niantic, Connecticut is a place I used to go to all the time. Unfortunately, I don't live near it and to go often enough anymore. However, so they don't unfortunately ship books. It sucks because I would be thrilled. Um, then it's going on the top of my list. I'm on their Facebook page, and I noticed that they were doing a kind of cleaning house sale of their sci-fi, and it's turned out fantasy as well as mixed in there, where they bundled 20 mass market titles randomly for $10. They normally have each of their mass market books is normally $1. Trade paperbacks are like 3 to 4, 2 for like the teen books, and hardcovers are like 4 to 5. They do have rare books that are more expensive. So I asked them to, to buy and ship. I was ready to pay literally twice the amount, and they were like, no, we don't ship. However, I have family that can still go there. So I asked my aunt and uncle, my uncle mostly, to go because he loves to go there as well. And he was like, bet. So I just asked for a single blind bag of books. And my birthday's next week, so he ended up buying 2 and sending it as a birthday present. And when I opened the box, these little happy birthday things started falling out. They're all over my carpet. It's super cute. So yeah, so that's where I got this. It was published in time to be part of the bicentennial. Oh, that's kind of neat information. Yeah, it is amazing. So I'm super thrilled. So if you're in the New England area, Niantic is beautiful. The Book Barn, for anyone else who's in and wasn't here at the beginning, the Book Barn is massive used bookstore. It's actually in 3 locations, like within a mile of each other. 2 of the locations, store 3 and 1, are like a couple hundred feet apart. Oh, you're in Canada. If you ever get down to Connecticut, you've got to go there. Take a drive and load up your they have a sale like once a year too, where everything is 30% off. So you're literally paying 70 cents for mass market paperbacks. Like, holy shit, right? I know friends who would go there and literally load up their car to the point where they're sitting, like their passengers are sitting cross-legged because they have so much. I bought so many books for my classroom there, like unbelievably. Road trip or live on the border, let's go. even with the exchange rate, yeah. They do sell DVDs and CDs too and stuff like that. I don't know about vinyl yet. Yeah, so they're incredible. They have 3 locations. It used to be 4, but they closed one of them because they bought out an entire building for the one that store 4 was connected to. They ended up being able to buy the whole building instead of just a small part of it. So they expanded that. And they have cats there that you can like play with and stuff. They have goats, I believe, as well. I think the goats are still there that you can, feed. Like you buy the little, 25-cent thing and feed them. They're super cute. There's, yes, goats. There's a main in the main building. It's a barn that has 3 levels and rooms, but there's also sheds and outbuildings on the property and like tents that you can go through. There's one place called Hades. No. The River Styx. It's a tent and it's not insulated or anything, and you just walk through and it has bookcases, but like when it rains, it floods. So it's like you're going through the River Styx. It is a literal barn, yeah. Location 2 is where they have a lot of like most of, I think, at least the last time I went, there's sci-fi, fantasy, they've got like math, science books, religion, stuff like that. But it's the last time I went was in September, end of August, early September. And they were starting to change things over, so I didn't see exactly what went where, but they've got so much. It's absolutely incredible. I wish they would ship, but they have over 500,000 books, probably closer to 1 million, honestly. If they don't have it, like, does the book even exist? They buy books too. I've brought books there that I couldn't, like, from my classroom that students were no longer reading, and sold them. And then got store credit to get more books, which is cool. There's some things they don't take, like the monthly romances they don't take. Textbooks they don't usually take, although I've found some there. They take, like I said, DVDs and such. They will refuse books depending on the condition they're in, or if they already have like 50,000. They have like 80,000 copies of Twilight. It's ridiculous. But they have tons of topics. It's great. I've found so many books there. They sell manga. It's just unbelievable. It is one of my favorite spots on Earth. Okay, let's see. It is a lot of Twilight, yes. Ooh, okay, who's this? Robert Silverberg? Oh, another Silverberg! Son of Man. Naked dude, upside down. I don't know if he's falling or what. Say 70s? Let's see. 1971. Silverberg wrote a lot. This is actually, I mean, aside from the spine being broken, it's actually in really good condition. Like, the cover is very smooth. It doesn't feel dirty or anything. Like, I'm wondering if this was fairly new to... No, it was... Never mind. It says the date on it. This was brought in 2016. There. I wonder... This had to have been in a building the entire time. There's no way. I miss my hometown for one reason and one reason only, and it's the bookstore. I was picking up manga and loads of really good books. Yeah, $1 to $3. Their manga used to be expensive, and then they just started marking them to $1. But then it became really hard to find any. I used to find so much manga there. And they also post on their Facebook page. Sadly, their Twitter is like dead. It hasn't been updated in like 4 years. But they post on their Facebook page like new lots that come in. Like occasionally they'll get an entire like somebody's passed away and their entire collection is donated. They've had like they'll be like, we just received a carload of, you know, World War II books, or a carload of poetry, stuff like that. So let's see. The Ultimate Testament. In the beginning, there was no Brooklyn, no St. Louis, no Shakespeare, no moon, no hunger, no death. In the beginning, were no real men, no real women, nothing but dispassionately passionate ambisexuals of the lowest and highest order. In the beginning, the heavens, the seas, and the earth belonged to more intelligent species than a man called Clay could ever have dreamed possible in his own time. But his own time as a man had passed, and now his time as the Son of Man had come. This sounds fascinating. It has the potential to be another stranger in a strange land. Fantastic book. I'm gonna add this to my pile. I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books on the must-read ASAP pile. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, I looked up the plot to that one. How is it? Which one? Son of Man? We'll have to talk after. You're not wrong about the stranger. Oh, yo, that's gonna be good then. Okay. Next one. Mike Shupp. That's a name I've never heard. Soldier of Another Fortune. Book 3 of the Destiny Makers. You've got to be an 80s book. 1988. Yep. Attraction of Opposites. Tim Harper was a 20th century man working 90,000 years in the future. As an agent of the Algaran time travel project, he was trying to change history to prevent Algera's destruction of the Kelmician alliance, but in their zeal, some of Algera's agents had made a terrible mistake. Now Harper had to right their wrong. Calm was an Algerian trader, a telepath who worked for the Alliance. In a pirated time machine, he traveled into the past, combing history for Algerian agents to destroy them. Then, in a little backwater town near the site of a crucial historical battle, Calm and Harper come together and all of their plans came apart. Okay. It's book 3. The cover looks strange. You've got, like, Civil War stuff going on over here. And then aliens, lasers over here. Um, the Algaran time traveler set the gun to his shoulder and took aim at a window, stroking the front trigger slowly till it clicked on the empty chamber. Could you have used a different word? That's a choice that was made. You know, I'm like, that was certainly a choice. Homosexual. I'm just picturing him going like to the trigger. Oh my god. Now you owe me one, Jim, is part of the like dedication. I'm wondering if this is if I have to read this one in order. Oh god. Okay. I've got some more books. Okay, so this one, Sharon Shin. Oh, that's an interesting cover. Jova's Angel. I'm gonna say like 93. '97. Let's see, Jova's Angel. Oh, this is you. Peter Spiegel, author of The Last Unicorn, blurbed it. Which, speaking of, apparently they're releasing a new special edition for the Last Unicorn, either this week coming up or next week. I think you had that at one point. This one, really? I love the. When the last eagle flies over the last. Okay, I need to stop. I love that movie. It'll make me cry just singing it. He is such a good writer. I love Peter S. Spiegel. I have somewhere behind me, over that way, an old copy of The Last Unicorn. Yeah. That oh god, that movie. I remember as a kid, like, watching it and bawling my eyes out. But then at the end scene, he can get bogged down in heavy writing, though. I agree, but it's still, I love it. And then at the end scene, you know, if anyone hasn't watched it, when they come, you know, when they're found, I was jumping up and down on the couch cheering. As great as the movie is, and it is great, the book is yes, the book is better. It has a lot more that the movie does not have. Let's see, Jova's Angel. It doesn't say anything on the back. Oh, there's a map. Gotta love maps in books. It's hard to see it. There we go. It doesn't tell me anything. Except in Archangel, Sharon Shin introduced readers to a beautiful, distant future where the fate of a world rested in the voice of an angel. Her novel garnered widespread praise and added to her reputation as a daring, award-winning new voice. Now Shin returns to Samaria 150 years later, where great storms and floods sweep down upon the land, and even the splendid voices of the angels raised in supplication cannot reach the god Jova. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I might have to get the first one to read it. Other than sitting on a shelf for a long time? Oh, it's good. And there's, like, new tales that he's put out. I think from, like, the world of. Kenneth C. Flint, Legends Reborn. Interesting cover. I feel like I know this name. How do I know this name? I don't think I pulled... Did I pull a book from him? I can't remember. Otherworld is the other books. Did I? I think I pulled one earlier on. No. No, I don't think I pulled one early. I gotta stop leaning over a fall. It sounds familiar, yeah. Otherworld. I don't know why. 1992. Two other books of hers, The Shape Changer's Wife and Gateway. Ooh, okay. I'll have to check those out. Are they good? Ah, Zykes! Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. Real estate mogul. Michael Keane is no nonsense businessman, and he's made his millions by leaving his heart out of his business. He's come to Ireland to build a Celtic theme park, an ambitious project designed to help bolster the Irish economy and line Keane's pockets with cash. Wild Celtic spirit. They meet in a beautiful magical glen where Keane's world intersects hers. She is Caitlin Bond, comely, sheltered, and powerful with the magic of the Sidhe. Is it Shide? Legends reborn. Their lives become entangled when protectors from Caitlin's land reach out to snatch her from the freedom she finds in Keane's world. Unfamiliar with contemporary New York, these warriors from another time and place are determined to save her from a fate she desires, and are bound to relive an ancient battle for love and life on the streets of Manhattan. How the hell is it? They're in Ireland and then suddenly they're in Manhattan? So probably not great. Oh. This is interesting. Like, I don't understand this. I believe she? Is it she? Gaelic and Irish are very difficult to pronounce, so I wouldn't be surprised if it is she. This reminds me, I need to read War of the Oak someday. If the word is today, it is pronounced she. Yes, that is the word. She? Okay. The magic of the she. Thank you for that, Falcor. Ooh, still got quite a few in here. The box is gonna fall. The fairy folk. Ah, okay. Let's see. Eve's Rib by Bryn Chandler. Excuse me. The Ultimate Imperative. 1989. Genesis, the last hope of the human species, or the ultimate vehicle for self-destruction. Genesis was the perfect planet to raise a new crop of exochildren, genetically bred outside the womb to meet the needs of society. As their bountiful generations grew and matured, Eve vowed never to expose them to the inhumanities and atrocities of old Earth. But when exploration uncovered strange non-human creatures with abilities ripe for man's exploitation, she found greed and power a more potent motivator than anything she had taught the young colonists. Now that jealousies, vengeance, and betrayals rock the highest echelons of her own government, can she save her people from the subversive forces that threaten to hurl them backward down a dark, spiraling abyss of old, familiar hatreds to self-destruction that seems man's only destiny? This sounds interesting. And again, we have the religious illusions and connections. Okay. Let's put that one over here, because that sounds pretty interesting. Another smaller book. The Warlock Enraged by Christopher Stasheff. Looks like an interesting drawing. That's a fake horse. That's a metal horse. Either that or he's wearing some serious armor. He's fighting against, like, mystical bears, lions, and wolves. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. So this looks like it's part of a series, according to this. On the magical planet Gramare, science coexists with witches and elves. Intergalactic scientist Rod Gallowglass is the disbelieving high warlock, and telepathy is the most common means of transportation. Telepathy? How is telepathy transportation? Wait, am I getting the words wrong? No, teleportation. Telepathy is your mind. Teleportation is travel. Yeah, but it says telepathy. I don't Yeah, I'm now baffled. I'm like, wait, telekinesis is moving things, telepathy is with your mind, and teleportation is moving the body. Yeah, that's why I'm like, wait, what? To use words like this for anything? Apparently, like, unless they're saying, like, you're using telepathy to transfer yourself to another body? I kind of want to look more into this and read it just for the fact that it's, to me, without knowing more, using the word telepathy very wrong. But I'm not sure if it is. I'm very baffled. 1985. It can happen. A Wizard in Bedlam. Have we pulled a book from him before? I don't think so. Now I'm wondering about the etymology of the word telepathy to see if the book might predate it. Maybe. Maybe the telepathy in here allows one to see through the... Maybe? Like a familiar in D&D? Like, this is part of a series. But I don't know if I need to read it in order. Cantrips? I don't know. I don't know if I have to read it in order. "'Tis my place, Delia. Nay, Geoffrey, thou knowest 'tis not. This end of the shelf is mine for keeping of my dolls. 'Tis not. I've kept my castle there these several weeks." I think I want to read this. I don't know if it's in order or not, but I need to know. That's way after McCaffrey. She set some of that up. The series Altered Carbon does let people travel between worlds by transmitting their consciousness to other bodies. Well, I know, like, because I started watching Altered Carbon, did not like the show at all. But that was like they were reborn into those bodies, right? Like when they died, their consciousness was like transferred over. But was that actually, like, is that actually telepathy? Used. I'm gonna put it in the list to read, like, soon, because I need to look more into that. You're basically stuffing a hard drive into a new computer? Yeah! Still wouldn't call it I wouldn't call it telepathy either. Melissa Scott and Lisa Barnett. Point of Hopes. They're wearing, like, Puritan clothing with dragons in the area. I know, I must solve the mystery. This is bothering me. Here's this one. Puritans and dragons? Oh, Alternative Middle Ages. Love it already. Okay, this was published in 1995. So far, the most recent book we had was 2010, but it was actually from 2002. It was just translated in 2010. Set in alternative Middle Ages, where the author's intricate world building only occasionally overshadows their plotting, offers considerable delight to those who enjoy intellectual puzzles of the fantastic kind. So wrong clothing still, you know, yes, but it is what it is. What the hell is that? There's a little, like, can I get it on here? I'll have to do it upside down. There's like a little dragon butt over here crawling under a tent. It's too funny. Let's see. It is the time of the annual Midsummer Fair in the royal city of Estriant, and the time of the conjunction of the spheres approaches, heralding the death of the monarch. Each year, a few youngsters run away from home to go on the road with traders, but this year a far larger number of children than usual have gone missing during the fair. Someone is stealing them away without a trace, and the populace is angry. Nicholas Wraith, a city guard, must find the children and stop whatever dark plan is being hatched before the city explodes into chaos. Okay. The covers are wild. I kind of want to read this just for the fact that it's like alternate Middle Ages with like the wrong clothing. kind of, I'm gonna put that to the side too. Okay. Gabriel's Ghost. Ooh, by Linnea Sinclair. That's 90s. The conjunction of the spheres. That's what happens in the Witcher series to make humans and fantasy folks get transport. Oh, to a new world together. Interesting. Okay. Published in 2005. Okay, 2005. I love when authors do this. Gabriel's Ghost was inspired by and written to Put Your Lights On, featuring Everlast on Santana's album Supernatural. I love when there's like a soundtrack that goes with a book. I just that's fantastic to me. Let's see. Ooh, it's an otherworldly adventure and sexy stellar romance. After a decade of piloting interstellar patrol ships, former Captain Chasida Berggren, one-time pride of the Sixth Fleet, finds herself court-martialed for a crime she didn't commit and shipped off to a remote prison planet from which no one ever escapes. But when she kills a brutal guard in an act of self-defense, someone even more dangerous emerges from the shadows. Gabriel Sullivan, alpha mercenary, smuggler, and rogue, is supposed to be dead. Yet now the seductive ghost from Chaz's past is offering her a ticket to freedom for a price. Someone in the Empire is secretly breeding Jukors, vicious and uncontrollable killing machines that have long been outlawed. Gabriel needs Chaz to help him stop the practice before it decimates Imperial space. The mission means putting their lives on the line, but the tensions that heat up between them may be the riskiest part of all. Oh my god. Scandalous. I'm gonna put it in this pile for now. I should be like putting these like sexy reads pile. Timothy Zahn. I know that name too. Sounds saucy. It does. Oh my god. They have to save the world, but their passion heats up the air. Yeah, Zahn is good. I know he did Star Wars trilogy, like the the novelizations of them, right? Conqueror's Pride, Hugo Award winner. Grand Admiral Thrawn. Here's what. Ah! It fell out. There's a picture with it. It just fell out. Whoops. The book is taped together. The spine is literally taped. Published in 1994. Let's see. A long era of peace and prosperity in the interstellar Commonwealth has suddenly come to an end. 4 alien starships of unknown origin have attacked without provocation, an 8-ship peacekeeper task force utterly destroying in it 6 savage minutes. Ooh, the authorities claim there were no survivors, but Lord Stuart Kavanagh, a former member of Parliament, has learned through back channels that one man may have survived to be captured by the aliens of his son, Commander Phelan Kavanagh. A large-scale invasion appears imminent, and the strictest security measures are in effect, measures that Lord Kavanagh has no choice but to defy. He recruits Adam Quinn, who once flew with the elite Copperheads, fighter pilots whose minds are literally one with their machines, to rescue his son. Quinn assembles a crack force of Copperheads to steal out of the Commonwealth security zone and snatch Phelan Kavanagh from the Conquerors. Depending on the outcome, Quinn and his men will return home as heroes or as the galaxy's most despised traitors, if they come home at all. Yeah, that's why it's in your bag and not on the shelf. Oh, yeah. That's fine. I don't care. Please, as a teacher, I've had hardcover books taped together with Charlie Higson's Rot and Ruin books. I had the hardcovers held together with electrical tape because that's how much they were read. They just completely fell apart. And I was like, electrical tape, save money because I'm a poor teacher. Oh no, I've only got a few left. This is so sad. I need to do this more often. What's this one? Dream Quest, The Serpent Mound by Lloyd St. Alcorn. An interesting cover. Knock on wood, we've had like no naked women yet. We've had a few naked men, but no naked women. This is good. This from... I've had other Dream Quest books. I said no naked women, Crusader. Naked men. I've had Dream Quest books, yeah. There's a list of few of them in here. I'm pretty sure I had the Unicorn Dancer at some point. This is 1988. Okay. Ghost warriors and spirit demons were hounding the path of Halberd, Viking swordsman, and powerful shaman. In the dream world and the real world alike, the minions of the evil witch Grettir pursued Halberd. Now, traveling through a savage land where nearly all had been bewitched into alliance with the enemy, Halberd would need powerful magic to survive. And when he accepted the challenge of the Serpent Mound, home to an army of ghostly warriors, even the sorcery of sword and stone might not be strong enough to save him from soul-stealing traps set by a demonic foe. This is the third in the Dream Quest saga. Yeah. Okay. Sounds interesting. Let's see, this one. Clement. Still River. Ooh, it's about students on a field trip. Hey, it's us. Which reminds me, I want to make a field trip emote. Oh, you know Hal Clement? Okay. Good? Bad? Neutral? Oh, good. This will go right on the top. I mean, it has students on a field trip. Magic school bus time. I need like a school bus emote for when we do raids, because I think that'll be super cute. School's out. School's out for summer. 1987. Yeah, it says Mission of Gravity on here. Wouldn't it be perfect, Falcor? I love it. Okay, I haven't read Mission of Gravity. Obviously, I'll have to put it on the list if Matsu recommends it. The Riddle of Enigma. Years of exacting study were coming to an end. All 5 student scientists, each the best of its species, had to offer, were one step away from their final degrees. One examination remained. The students were to determine why the tiny planet of Enigma, a planet with so little mass that it should never have had an atmosphere, in fact did. Everything seemed to be running smoothly until the only human member of the team, Molly, was accidentally blown into one of the deep fissures that pocked the planet's surface. She found herself trapped in a series of tunnels and caves that only led her deeper into the riddle that was at the heart of Enigma. But as her concerned companions followed her, they found Enigma's most puzzling anomaly, for in the dark passages they discovered life which couldn't possibly exist. That goes on the TBR pile right away. Okay. Ooh, this is a small one. The Animal People by Naked Man. Naked Man on the cover. The Animal People by Stanton A. Koblenz. Sykes. There we go. Naked Men. It censors itself, so it's fine. I want to say 60s for this book. The pages are a nice, like, yellowy color. I like it. Brownish yellow. 1970. Okay. Originally entitled The Crimson Capsule. I wonder why it was changed. This is a relatively short book. A World They Never Made. They woke in a world of weird creatures, hairy ape-like mutants, hideous survivors of the atomic holocaust, and a tiny minority of Atavs, man-like creatures living as slaves. Only their human courage and dream of freedom could help them win the revolution and regain control of the world. Interesting. I kind of want to read it, like, sooner. Sounds interesting. Plus, I like the way the book feels. It feels nice, and the pages are, like, a nice, like... You know how, books that are older kind of get that... Or that are... Yeah, they have that kind of, like, texture to them that are, like, not quite smooth, but not rough either. It's got that. And, like, it just opens perfectly. Like, I'm sure it'll fall apart at some point because of how, like, open it is. But it's in decent condition, so I like the way it feels. This is a part of a series? Is it the first? Because it doesn't seem like it's... But it's, I think it's missing a... No, it's not missing a page. Oh, I skipped the page. No, I didn't skip the page. It doesn't say that there's anything else. Maybe it's the first. It kind of... The Moon People and the Island People, number 2, I think, from info on Goodreads. Oh! I wonder if it has to be read in order. I'll take a look. I'm going to put it to the side. What's I going to say? Forgot what I was going to say. Oh, it reminds me of Planet of the Apes. I don't know why. Well, maybe because of the whole ape-like thing. Let's see. Oh no, am I out of book? Oh, I've got one more book. No, only one more book. This is so sad. Christopher Rowley, The War for Eternity. What the F is that? I don't know. I'm kind of glad that the sticker is covering up the face. It's terrifying looking. I don't know. Ooh, this one's... Ew, it's kind of moldy. I might have to toss this one because of my allergies. Yeah, it's waterlogged. This, yeah. Yeah. This one's probably gonna have to go. Considering there's only one that's like that, I mean, it's not bad. 1983. Let's see. A world under attack. The bear-like aliens of Fenrir had long been allies of the fiercely independent human clans. Together, men and Fane ruled the wooded highlands of the odd planet's single continent, and together they grew rich, for only the people of the highlands could harvest the drug that kept men forever young. Then the masters of a distant Earth sent a starfleet with a force of brutal space marines to seize the planet. But they weren't prepared for the colonists' stiff resistance, and no one had warned them of the aliens' very special defenses. Ooh. Has anyone read these? This one? I'm gonna put it behind me in the box because, like, I'm allergic to mold and mildew, so that's gotta go away from me. Oh my. Okay. Alright, that's it. No! I want more books. I'm gonna have to do that more. I'll have to, like, send money to people and be like, okay, go to a random bookstore and just buy stuff for me. Like, don't even tell me what you're buying. Or, like, thrift books. Just blindfolded, click through, and then add to cart and go. Yeah, it was a nice haul. I'm super excited. So, these are on. I've got several piles here. So, I put aside these titles, and I'm gonna... we have Speaking Dreams by Severna Park. The Godmother's Web by Elizabeth Ann Scarborough. Never have you do that? Oh, Matsu, you're gonna be the one. You keep the books! Thanks for the money. My books now, bitch. It sounds like it might be fun, yeah. I wonder if... Oh, I had an idea. I have an idea. I know some streamers set up a P.O. box so that they're not, like, doxxed or anything. What if I set up for like a short amount of time a P.O. box? Everyone runs Sophia has an idea. I know Nikaishi has a P.O. box. What if I set up a P.O. box for a short amount of time and like made it so that anyone could send me like a random book that I had to read, or a copy of their favorite book? Obviously, like cheap, used, don't care if it's falling apart, just please no mold or mildew on it, no waterlogging. That would be really cool to like collect them and then like have another unboxing and then I have to read those books and review them. That would be priority boxes. If it fits, it ships. That and like media mail is super cheap. You toss it in a bag. Media mail is like $2 or $3. Who can send you the most random book? That would be awesome. Oh my god, I would freaking love that. That would be so fun. I did do Falcor. I did do a challenge on not Netflix, on Twitter. Let me see if I could find my page. Where I said what was it? Oh, it's a challenge. 12 authors, 12 friends, 12 months. So I had the first 12 people that responded would recommend a book for me to read, and I would have to read it over the next year. So I have all the books now. One of them, I was sent a copy of the ebook because it's a textbook, and I went, you know what? Bet I will read it. So here is my good copy. Paste. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Kanabo. Here is my Goodreads account, and it has all of my books listed there. Feel free to friend me on there. But all the books I've read this year on stream and off stream, but mostly on stream, with reviews, because I do review them as I go. And I've added read on stream, and then I thought I had another shelf. I could have sworn I had a shelf for books I need to read. Want to read. Oh, I think I just added them as want to read, but I need to add them as... I need to add a shelf for those because like Japanese education reform was from... Who recommended that one? I can't remember it. I cannot remember who did. Gun Germs and Steel was recommended by someone. Lorelei recommended Working Stiff, which I have here. Someone recommended Light of the World by James Lee Burke, which I have here. I think Wastes Anivet recommended The Count of Monte Cristo, which I have next to me. It's freaking huge. I went unabridged. Meyer recommended The Three Billy Goats Gruff. I have read it this year. It was my first one to read. The Curse of the Gloamgozer, the first Mistborn book, Uprooted. Somebody recommended Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary, I think it was. Actually, one of my former students recommended that one. Light of the World. I thought it was James Lee Burke, but yeah, David Robichaud thing. So I have a lot of stuff on there. Other things that I've found that I want to read. Feel free to recommend books to me. I love getting books recommended. Let's see, what did you say, Falker? If you're going to do that, you should post a list of the books you own so you don't... Posting a list of the books I own... Once I clean it, I'll have to show a picture of my library. I have several thousand books. And some of them are still in boxes because I don't have bookshelves. Yeah, I'm overwhelmed by the idea. I have, okay, so actually, there's an app that you can use to scan books. I have an app for, let me see what it's called. Hold on. I'm going to freeze for a minute. I have the app CLZ Comics, which you can use to categorize your comic books and manga. It takes that as well, and light novels, I believe. So I use that for keeping track of what manga I have. Books themselves, I need to find an app that I like that works, and I can quickly scan through and add. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm a teacher, and I used to teach 7th and 8th grade, and I had classroom books. When I moved, I did get rid of several hundred books. Actually, I think I got rid of 1,000 books when I moved. I had 2,000 books in my classroom library alone because my school didn't have a library with updated books, and my kids were like, "There's nothing." So they said, "Hey, I want this book," and I bought it. It just moved. I plan to take pics finally to undouble stack my main collection. Yay! I love being able to undouble stack. Mine were not stacked until recently. I did have to box up some of my books because I just didn't have the room. I have in the next room over that way, my main library, I have 8 floor to ceiling bookcases. Under my desk over here, they're underneath it, I have a short bookcase of mass market paperbacks. Over here, I have one of those IKEA shelves which has a shit ton of books that need to be reorganized. I have 2 bookcases behind me, one of which is mass markets that are double stacked. I have 1 bookshelf and bookcase in my bedroom. I have 1 in my library. I have 1 in the other half of my basement, and I still have books that are boxed. Goodreads says I have 996 at the moment. Doesn't count partners books. Nice. You need 4 more books, Firefly. And that doesn't count the ebooks I have. The number of ebooks I have is obscene. Have I read them all? No, but when they're on sale, if they're like super cheap, I buy them. Like I just bought one the other day because it's a book I've wanted to read, and it was $1.99. So I went click bet because it was originally like $12. We just moved into a house, so there are maybe a lot more by the time we leave here. Yeah, I really like books. I like the smell. I like everything. Eventually, I will post a picture of my library. I will get it clean. I need to. It also has a fireplace in it. Oh, so cozy. Speaking of recommendations, for anyone who likes mysteries and sci-fi, I'd strongly recommend Inherit the Stars by J.P. Rogan. Did you recommend that much to me? Mecca? I feel like I have that on my list. No, you gave me the Hospital Station book to read by James White. And I ended up buying the whole trilogy, the Omnibus, Beginning Operations Omnibus, because it was cheaper. But I feel like Inherit the Stars is on my list somewhere. Yeah. And then I need to read The Lensman. Okay, so going through. Then we have The Whispers by Dan Parkinson. Prince of the Godborn by Geraldine Harris. Demon Droves by Carol Severance. The Animal People, Stanton Koblenz. Point of Hopes by Melissa Scott and Lisa Barnett. Still River by Hal Clement. The Warlock Enraged because of the telepathy thing by Christopher Stasheff. Eve's Rib by Bryn Chandler. Son of Man by Robert Silverberg. Arthur C. Clarke's Imperial Earth. And I have Doc Smith's Galaxy Primes, and the Omega Cage. Okay, so based on the reactions that we had to these, I'm going to pull a couple books. Okay. Okay, what is this one? Okay, I'll put that one aside for now. Okay, so these are 6 books that I'm going to choose from. Which of these should I read first? You guys tell me. We'll take a consensus. Galaxy Primes, Imperial Earth, Son of Man, Still River, Demon Drums, or Godmother's Web. Because those are the ones that either I liked or people were very excited about. Or just seem bizarre. Godmother's Web? Okay, we have 1 for Godmother's Web. And I'll narrow it down. If there's a couple books that are not chosen, I'll take them out and then we'll revisit it or something. Godmother's Web? Okay, that's 2. I'll do this. 1, 2. Demon Drums? Okay, 1. Galaxy Prime? 1. I know this sounds stupid, but this is the way it's going. I like the chill music. Matsu's brain is thinking hard right now, I could tell. Do 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 do. Let's see. Vetrickman, thank you for the lurk. Matsu's brain is focused on eating at the moment. Come back. I don't know which one I want. Like, literally, I could read any of these first. So whatever people want to choose is totally fine with me. I go for Clarke for sure. Okay. So Son of Man and Still River are out at the moment. I'm surprised, Matsu, you didn't go with Hal Clement. Clement is good, but Clarke is better. I knew that was coming. do, do, do. Anyone else want to vote? I know I've got several people in chat. Kanabo! Tell me what book, Raven! Give me a book. See who else has it. Kanabo. Call you all out. Scuffed, get back here and tell me which book. Thank you for the lurk. Oh, Riska, thank you for the hydrate and stand up and stretch. I do need that. Heard Arthur Clarke, so he's good. Okay, we'll go. He's got 2 votes. Stretch. Oh, that was nice. Also, hydrate. I'm done with my coffee, so it's water time. Thank you for that. Thank you for the virtual hugs. Ritska, which book would you choose for me to read? The ones that are upside down have 2 votes. These have 1. These have none. So it's currently a tie between Godmother's Web and Imperial Earth. with Demon Drums and the Galaxy Primes coming in second. What's on my hand? I don't know what that was. Didn't like the feel. We'll go with one more person telling me, at least one more person tell me what to read. And I'll go from there. Galaxy Prime? Okay, that does not help me. That's for Galaxy Prime. God damn it. One more person? Scuffed also saying Galaxy Prime? Okay. So we've got Galaxy Prime in the lead. Ritska. Galaxy Prime? Okay. And who thought a class of students would... Who I thought they would. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to read Galaxy Prime first. Then we're going to go with Godmother's Web because it reached 2. Before then, Imperial Earth, then Demon Drums, and then Still River and Son of Man. Those are the orders that I will read these books in. They will stay here and go through. Then I have the other pile over there on the chair, which I will go through next, afterwards. So let's see. So I'm trying a new thing. Let me see. We're gonna see who to raid, but I did a new thing to try to figure it out. See if I can get it to work. I tried it on here. Let's close down my camera. Okay. Let's open up. Where is it? Hey, it did it. Okay. This is on Twitter. Now there's going to be infinite Sophias. Okay, so we're going to... Oh my god, the pile of books is too high. Let me close this for a second just because it's chaos. So I am going to end stream because this was just a book opening stream. And we got to 2 hours. Dimensional spillage. We got to 2... Oh, let me plop these down. No, they scattered. We got to 2 hours. I'm surprised. I didn't know how long it would take to get through the books. But I need to be able to see the screen. We're gonna end stream and we're gonna go raid someone. But I've been having trouble like figuring out who to raid because I'm like, oh. And I noticed that I steal ideas from other streamers. Yes, I'm glad you came in, Falcor. Thank you so much for stopping in. We're going to now choose together who we're going to raid and see if we can find anyone. I was watching, you have a lot of reading to do regardless. I do have a lot of reading, which I'm fine with. It's been, I have a nice bean doing art. Yay! Okay, let's see. We're gonna check, let me close down. I watched Nakaishi doing this, and I thought it was pretty cool. He pulls up streamers on his stream, and people, like, listen and check it out. So, let's go with, pitch sound, okay, let's see. Close all other instances just in case. Oh, one more time for anyone wanting to see the book barn. This is the website. I don't think I can make it smaller, but this is part of the website. I'll send you the link here. It's pretty cool. You can see Glenn's book notes, things he reads. Oh, it's over on the side. There's social media and everything like that. Okay. So, all right, so let's take a look. Auntie is just chatting. We have Zenjaha is doing his thing. Let's see what other VTubers are going on. See if there's anyone. We could see who's. Oh, what's this? They're playing Minecraft. Let's take a look at them, and I'm gonna unmute Twitch.
Yes.
Yo, can I have the multi-shot?
Can you hear them?
Go.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Did he leave?
The server,
Yeah.
a proxy plugin caused an illegal
Courtesy.
protocol state. Contact your network administrator.
Wait,
Let's
what
move
just
them over a
happened?
bit. Okay,
Artists.
Well, we're in.
there we go.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, they're
Where's-
there.
Where's
Okay.
Suki, bro?
Dead.
Yeah, I'm in the hub talking to a mod.
Okay,
Oh.
that was pretty cool. They play Minecraft.
Wait, why do you need to talk to a mod? What'd you do?
I'm
One of
adding
them
him as a
sounds
friend.
very young, so that's gonna be a
Oh.
no. Let's go back to the list.
Oh, he's on one. You're joking.
Who's this? What's this?
Well, that was
Darkest
Scuff.
Dungeon? What's Darkest
You're adding a
Dungeon?
mod as your friend? Why?
You already
Let's
Like
see.
earlier.
Let's see if we can send a
need
raid
another
to
one.
someone small. That's always fun. What's this? We have 75,000. Oh, there is an
Come to
ad!
TurboTax.
Oh,
And
Daddy, a 300-year-old vampire. Interesting. Oh, they do a real streamer. Okay.
don't do your taxes.
I know, right? Don't do my taxes.
Meet with an expert who will do them for
I
you.
have to do my taxes.
So you
That's
can
not
do
good.
not
Let's
taxes.
see.
Intuit TurboTax. 100% expert guaranteed.
Smite, Naraka Blade Point. I've been wanting to play that. See, oh, should I gotta go do my. I know, I gotta do my taxes too. I don't want to. Let's see. Only sleeping. We're not gonna visit you then. Saints Row, Tetris Effect. Nope, we're not doing that game. Phasmophobia. Do we want to scare the shit out of someone doing Phasmophobia?
I don't know where it went.
I have it right. I know I have it on me. I have it on me.
Oh, what's the EMF level in there? In the kids' room?
Do we want
There's nothing. Nothing at all.
No activity.
Do we want to send a
Zero
raid to somebody
activity.
playing Phasmophobia? They don't have anyone viewing them, it seems.
Josephine,
That would be pretty fun, right? Okay, let's do it. Let's raid this person. So this is Cammy's Forest.
Come out and
We're gonna go visit Cammy.
please.
So let's go.
I think this game is great.
Okay. So if, before I go,
Can you come play with us?
if anyone wants to join my Discord, we do have a book club in there. We are doing. I'm gonna have a separate section. Well, there is a literature section, but I will have updates on
Yeah,
books and
the
things
ghost
like
is
that.
not
So
here.
let's go visit Cammy's Forest. So I'm gonna close this down.
She touched the door.
So let's go. Everyone, thank you so much for coming in today. I had a lot of fun opening books with you, and I hope you enjoyed it too. It was really fun. And hopefully next time we'll have another kind of raid message. Oh, field trip. I gotta set up I gotta get a new emo in, and I have to get a raid message set up for this. So, field trip. Here we go. We're gonna go visit Cammy's Forest. Thank you everyone for coming in. I appreciate it. Feel free to pop into the classroom at any time for book club or other book chatting, and I will see you all tomorrow for The Medium. Let's see if we can finish the game and see if I do not say any sus things for people to clip out of context. All right, bye everyone. Get ready. Here we go.